Hello, good morning all. Today in this video we are going to discuss regarding how to create a view or model using query in Odoo. So currently in the screen you are seeing Odoo version 12 community edition where we are continuing our Odoo 12 development tutorials, and this can be used in all the Odoo versions like Odoo 13, Odoo 14, Odoo 10 and Odoo 11 etc. So what we will be discussing is how to create a model or view using query in Odoo. So currently in this database we have already installed our hospital module, that is OM Hospital. So if you haven't got this module, you can download it from the Odoo App Store or you can get it from our GitHub repository. So currently if you see the menus, you can see I have already installed different module like sales, website, point of sale, etc. So what I will be doing is that I'll be creating a new model, that is a database table or database view using query and fetching the or showing the data from sale order lines. So if you go here, you can see we have got around 15 sale orders. We will be creating a new view which fetch data from order lines. So let's see how we can create that one. So I'll be going into the PyCharm. So if I go to the PyCharm, here you can see this is OM Hospital module. So what I'll be doing is that here you can see this is our module. So what I'll be doing is that I'll be creating a new file called paste, and I'll be giving the name as what I can give the name like sale.py. So I'll simply give the name as sale.py, and what I will be doing is that I'll be calling. So if you create a new Python file, definitely it has to be imported inside the init file. So I have simply imported this inside the init file, and if I go here and I'll be removing these comments that I have added, and simply I will remove this also. So I'll be giving the name as sale report view. So simply I'll be giving the name as sale, or what I will be doing, I'll be giving the name as POS sale view, something like can give a name POS sale view, and I'll be trying to bring the data from sale order line as well as POS order line. So let's see how we can do that. So I'll be giving the table name as POS sale report. So simply I'll be giving the name as POS sale report. So simply I have defined a file, so I'll be refactor its name. I'll be, instead of sale, I'll be giving us POS sale, and in the init file I'll be just updating the file name as POS sale. So simply in the init file I have imported the file, and inside the file I have defined a new model. So using this new model we'll be showing how to create a model or view using query. So you can see there is an existing sample inside. This is default Odoo add-on called website CRM partner assign. Here we can see a sample example. So simply I'll be copying this one, these two things, and I'll be putting it inside our view. So this is our file. So I'll be giving auto false. So don't forget this one, to set auto equal to false when you create a view using query. So this has to be done must, that is auto has to be set to false. And in the description I'll be giving us POS point of sale combined view. That is what I'm trying to do, is that I'm trying to bring the value from sale order line as well as point of sale order line into new view called POS sale report. So let's see how we can do that. So simply I have defined a model, that is POS sale report, auto is set to false and description equal to given. So now I have to define which all fields I need inside this view. So definitely we need the product, so I'll be setting as fields dot many to one of product dot product. So that I'll give product dot product, and I'll be giving the string as product. So that we have done, that is we need product ID in this view. And what are all other fields? So what I'll be doing is that I'll be going into the Odoo source code and add-ons, and if I go to the sales module, and let's see what all fields we have there inside the sale order line. So this is the sale add-on, and if I open the models folder, here we have sale.py, and if I search for the model sale order line, so let me open the sale order line model. So here you have the definition of the sale order line model, and if I scroll down just to see the field definitions, so here you can see there is order ID, name is there, sequence. So price unit is there, price total. So we have got different fields like product ID is there. So simply what we will be trying is that to bring product. So if you go to the UI and if you open the sale order line, so here it is appointment is coming because we have changed it before, so don't worry about this label. So what I will be trying to bring is I need product, its description, quantity and unit price to our new view. So let's see how we can do that. So I have to bring the description also. So I'll be duplicating this tab also, and let's see what all we have inside the point of sale orders. So if I go to the point of sale orders, it's empty. So let me open the point of sale and let's create a couple of point of sale orders. So I'll choose some random products. Payment cash, I'll be giving 2000, validate, next order, and I'll be creating two more orders. Payment cash 200, validate, and if I close the session I'll be having couple of point of sale orders. So if I go to the orders, here you can see the two orders has been created, and if I open the order, here we have product, quantity, unit price. So what we will be bringing is that in our new view we will be bringing the product, quantity, unit price and customer. So let's see how we can do that. So what all things I need to define inside this view is product ID is there, then I need a partner, that is customer, that is partner ID. Partner ID made to one of core model, you have to change to res.partner, res.partner, and I'll be updating the string as, I'll be giving it as customer. So customer, then what all we need to bring, we need to bring the quantity. So I'll be defining a float field quantity. Instead of many to one, I'm using a float field because of quantity, and I'll be removing this core model and I'll be giving the string as quantity. That is, so right now we have defined product, partner ID, quantity, then what we need unit price. So let's add that to price unit. So I'll be giving the unit price, I'll be defining the field name as price unit instead of float, or let it be float itself, no problem. So I'll be giving us price unit, or you can give unit price. So right now I have added 4 fields to this model, and if you need you can add more fields from what you can add. That's just we can see, or we can add this order date order. So date order, so date fields dot, I'll be defining a date time and putting the string as date. So what we have done is we have successfully created a normal model. So the only difference is we have set auto false. So we have simply created a new model called POS sale report. So I'll be updating the class name as POS sale report, and auto is set false, description is given POS sale combined view, and defined a couple of fields like product ID, partner ID, quantity, price unit and date. So let's see what happens if I upgrade the module right now. So simply I have restarted the service as I have made changes inside the Python codes. Now I'll be going into the UI and I'll be, so let it be like this, and I'll be duplicating this tab and I'll be upgrading our module, that is Odoo development tutorials module. So let's wait until we upgrade the module. So you can see the module has been upgraded. Now what I will be doing, I'll be going into the settings and technical. So first of all, the debug mode is activated in the database. So if you don't activate the debug mode, you can activate it from here. So you can see debug equal to true, technical. Then if I go to the models and if I search for pos.sale.report, you can see the model has been successfully created in the database. So let's see what happens. So if I connect the terminal here, so here I have already connected to Postgres, so I'll be just closing that, and let me exit that one, exit. So I'll exit that one. So what I'll be doing is that currently inside this model the data will be empty. So I'll be simply logging into the Postgres, sudo su Postgres and psql/c. You have to connect to your database. If you check here, you can see your database name is new dev. So from here I'll be connecting to the database, that is new dev/c new database. So you can see you are connected to the database new as user Postgres. So here we have connected to the Postgres database, and if I try to run a select statement, select star from POS sale report, and see what we will be getting. So right now you can see POS sale report does not exist. POS sale report does not exist. So I'm not sure why it comes here like this, POS underscore sale report. So because it's yet not created in the Postgres, because we have to run the init view. So I'll be coming back to here later. So if I go back to here, you can see there is an init query. So I'll be copying this one as it is, copy, and I'll be putting it here. So simply I have copied it from here. So API, so you have to import API. So API at API model CR, then also you have to import tools. So if I scroll upside, you can see from Odoo you can import tools. So I'll be giving from Odoo import tools, and I'll be simply removing these comments added there. And from here I'm going to create this view. So I'll be giving the name here. So you are going to create the model called POS sale underscore report. So you have to give your model name here or view name here, that is POS sale report, and inside this function you have to enter the query to fetch the data. So I'll be removing this one. So simply this is the basic syntax: diff init at API model CR, diff init tools dot drop view if exist self dot CR. You have to give your model name here, that is POS sale report, with instead of dot you have to use underscore. Then inside this you will be entering the select statement. So I'll be entering the select statement as select. What all things we need to select? Select product ID. Select product ID. I need to select product ID. Then let me go to the UI and let me open. First of all, I'll be selecting the values from sale order line. Sale order line. So let me check the field names inside the sale order line view. So if I search for the quantity field, you can see the ordered quantity field is product UOM quantity. Product UOM quantity. So I have to get product UOM quantity. Product UOM quantity. Then I need to get what? I need to get price unit. So let's search for what is the field name of price unit. It's price unit itself. You can see unit price. So I'll be selecting price unit. Price unit. Then you need to get what? Date and partner ID. So that you have, that you know, that will not be there inside sale order model. So I'll be writing like this: select star, select from sale order line. So I'll be just running this one, sale order line, and I'll be giving a name as from sale order line SOL. So you have to update your select statement like this: SOL dot and price unit. Then you have to write a left join. I need to get value from the main model, that is left join sale order SO on SO dot ID equal to SOL dot order ID. Don't need to get confused with the left join statement. Don't worry about that. I'll be explaining that one, and I will be selecting from SO. So first of all, we have written a select statement from the model sale order line SOL, that is we are selecting product ID, product UOM quantity, and price unit from sale order line, but also we need to get the data like partner ID and date, which is existing inside sale order model. So if you come here, the partner and the date is inside sale order, not in the order line. So we'll be left joining to this model using the one-to-many relation, that is, there is order ID field which connects to sale order inside sale order line. So we have written a left join sale order SO on SO dot ID equal to SOL dot order ID, and now using SO we can select SO dot partner ID, SO dot partner ID. So using SO I can select, and I need to select the date. So from confirmation date, here you can see confirmation date. So instead of confirmation date, I'll be choosing confirmation date itself. So I'll be choosing at the last after price unit, I'll be putting it down After price unit, I'll be selecting SO dot confirmation date. So simply I have run a statement create or replace view, and I'll be adjusting some indentation. Okay, select SOL dot product ID, and from sale order I have to select partner ID, and sale order line I have to select quantity, price unit, etc. So let's see what happens if I upgrade the module once again. So I'll be going into the UI, and from the UI I'll be upgrading our module, that is Odoo development tutorials. So let's see what happens if you upgrade the module. So you can see the module has been upgraded. Now I'll be coming back to the PyCharm, and I'll be going into the terminal, and if we run the select statement again, still I think there is something wrong here. It's data is not coming. Not sure why it happens. Select star from POS sale report. POS sale report. Partner ID from, there is something wrong with that. I'm not sure why it is coming. Might be some permission error. So what I will be doing, so we have successfully defined a model. So simply we will be adding a view for this, so that we can see it inside the Odoo itself. So simply I'll be going into the UI. From the UI, so I no need to waste the time by creating from the backend. So from here I'll be creating a new menu. And I'll be calling it as POS sale report. I'll be setting parent menu as sales, and in the action you have to select ir.actions window, and I'll be defining a new action. I'll be creating a new action, sale POS sale report. I'll be giving the name as POS sale report. External ID of the object. So I think better we can create from the code itself. So we will be going here, and let me expand this one. Inside the views we have to define a file. I'll be copying this, paste POS sale view, don't cancel, POS sale view. I'll be removing all the things inside this file. So simply I'll be defining a menu, action, and a tree view, and let's see what happens. So simply, oops, I have written in a wrong place. It's inside sale folder. So I'll be let me git revert. So simply what I'll be doing is that I have to add the file inside the module OM hospital. So I'll be going here, sale order, copy, and I'll be pasting it inside POS sale.xml, and I'll be removing this file, and here we will be defining. So the digit revert has been not happened, so control Z. Let me state as it is. So we have defined a new file called POS sale XML. Now we have to import it inside the manifest file. So I'll be importing it here, that is POS sale.xml has to be imported inside the manifest file. So that's done, and inside this file, what I'll be doing is that I'll be adding a new menu. So inside the patient.xml file we have already action and a menu. So simply I'll be copying that one, and I'll be putting it here. So I'll be giving the name as POS sale menu, POS sale report. I'll be giving the name as, you can give the sequence as it is, and I'll be removing the view icon from here. Simply I need a menu, and also I need to set the action for the menu, action. So I'll be giving the name as action POS sale report. ir.action window, I'll be updating the name as POS sale report. Simply you are adding a new action and menu to view the data of that model. So I'll be copying the model name POS.sale report, and I'll be putting it here, POS.sale report. We need only tree view and form view. context empty, and I'll be removing this help from here. I'll be keeping it as empty. So simply we have added a new menu, that is pure sale report, and also its action. So let's see what happens right now. So, and also we have imported this file inside the manifest file. So now we will be going into the UI and we will be upgrading the module. So simply I'll be restarting the service once again, as I have made changes inside the manifest file. So now I'll be going into the UI. From the UI I'll be upgrading the Odoo development tutorials module and see what happens. So let's see. So I expect when we click on that one, so still that module menu is not visible here. I think we have to enable become super user, because we haven't defined the access rights for that model. So if I click on here, you will be getting an error about ID. So what we have to do is that select raw number, something that we have to enter here. So if I search inside the Odoo code, raw number, so we need to add one more thing inside our table, that is if I search for diff init finding path, there is one more thing that we have to add it inside our view. Yeah, this one, raw number over as ID. So simply along with select statement I'll be adding these two, that is an ID. We need a ID for the record, so I'll be selecting as select raw number over as ID. So that's done. I'll be restarting the service again, and if I go to the UI and I have to upgrade the module once again, so I'll be upgrading the module once again and see what happens. So there is an error, cannot change view of name product ID to ID. So what happens? Phone number over as ID, product ID as, what happens? Select phone number over as ID, product ID. Not sure why the error comes. So let me do one thing. Just I'll be uninstalling the module and I'll be installing it again. So we can simply go to the database and we can drop the table. So instead of doing that, I'll be simply uninstalling the module and I'll be installing it once again. So I'll be going into the apps menu and I'll be installing the module again. Cannot change the name of view product ID to ID. So what happens here? Select raw number over as ID, sol.product ID. Not sure why it comes. I think the problem is Control X. Okay, we'll be doing it like this. ID line.product ID. Just let me try this one. Line.product ID, partner ID, line.product quantity, line.product, sorry, we have to import price unit, line.confirmation date, from, I'll be giving a from line. So I simply have made an adjustment inside this code and let's see what happens. So you have to enter a select statement here also. So let's see what happens. So I'll be explaining it once it gets succeeded. So let me upgrade the module once again and see. So I'll be upgrading the module from here. Sorry, I'll be installing the module again. So still there is the error, cannot change name of view product ID to ID. Sorry, the problem is that I haven't changed it here. I didn't change the name here, that's why I think the error comes. So let's see what happens if I try to upgrade once again. So that's why might be the module earlier when we tried in the terminal, it didn't show the view. So right now it has been succeeded. So right now if I go to the pure sale report, you can see the ID, the form view has not been defined. So we have successfully done that one. So if I try to go to the terminal and if I run this one, you can see the partner id is coming. So instead of, oh, sorry, let me log into the psql slash c new dev connected, select star from POS sale report, and if you click on enter, you can see id 1. You can see there is data inside your view. So we'll be going into the XML file, and you can just define a tree view. So simply you can go here and copy paste that code of the tree view. So this is the tree view, I will be copying the POI sale report tree. Simply I'll be giving it here. You have to change the model name, POI sale report model name. I'll be changing the string as POI sale report, and you have to add the products field names here: product ID, partner ID, quantity, but we have price unit, and date. So that's done. Now I'll be going into the run section, and I'll be restarting the service. So there is one thing we have to adjust: quantity. So here you can see we are importing product URL quantity as quantity, else you will not have value in it. Confirmation date as date, product ID, partner ID, not here, you have to give it at the top. So confirmation date, you have to give it here, product URL quantity as quantity, and confirmation date, line dot confirmation date as date. So let's see what happens. So we will be going into the UI, and we will be upgrading the module. So I'll be upgrading the Odoo development tutorials module. So simply we have defined a, there is another error, that is product ID, partner ID, patient age. So I have to remove the patient age from here, which is not there inside our model. So I'll be upgrading the module once again and see what happens. So you can see the module has been getting upgraded. Now if I go to the POI sale report, you can see there is around 44 records which is coming from sale order line. Right now there is 44, and if I create a new sale order, this also will be getting added there. So I'll be entering the value as 555, and if I click on save, and if I go to the POI sale report, you can see it get 45, and the new unit price and the product has been added here. So that's all for this video, and we will be continuing the rest of the part in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.